Hey, my sugar bears, welcome back to my channel, Bougie AF. It's your host, Jay Nicole. It's where I say stay bougie on them. It's me feeding you feminism for the soul. It's my soul food offering. It's where I apply pressure to issues by being critical and logical. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's get to the commentary where I can guarantee you I will be doing too much because that's just me. And like Sheree said, who's gonna check me, boo?
Hey y'all, it's your girl Jay Nicole, and you're tuned into the Bougie AF channel where I say stay bougie and I'm serving you feminism for the soul. Don't forget to check me out on them people's Instagram at OG_Bougie AF. You can also check me out on the Twitter at I'm_Bougie_AF. Okay, so let's get into it. Y'all see the flyer? Y'all see the flyer? We're gonna do a little Instagram scroll. Y'all know how I do. I got some stories saved, so we're gonna go ahead and get into that. All right. It's a lot out here, y'all. It's a lot. Okay, so. All right, so first up, I do want to talk about Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm such a fan. So it's been released of who's not going to be on there. So just a little quick update. So far, what we do know is that Kandi Burruss is not going to be returning. I love me some Kandi. Like, I have no problem with Kandi. I think, though, towards the last couple seasons, I think people were really unfair with their expectations of her. I think she has given so much to that show in terms of being transparent in terms of bringing the drama. It was her and her family. I felt like she carried her weight. Like, I really did. I felt like she carried her weight, to me, in my honest opinion, more than I was feeling like Nene was carrying her weight. I think towards the end with Nene, she got real secretive. She wasn't really showing up in her, full self towards the last few of her seasons. And plus, she was like extremely sensitive. And I do think, looking back, some of that may have to do with the fact she was losing her husband, right? And you're going through that and getting over that and having to deal with some catty ass bitches. God. I don't think I would be showing up with giving a fuck. Like, okay, girl, I'm not going back and forth with you. And I know, like, in my head, I know I should because it's how I make my coin. But, like, for real, like, I don't care what you think. So I think that had a little bit to do with it, but she is good for the show. If they brought her back, I wouldn't be mad. But at the same time, I think still going to be honest, like, she got to show up more than she was showing up the last few seasons. Okay, so Kandi Burruss is not going to be there. What am I going to miss about Kandi? You know what? You know what I'm going to miss about Kandi? I am going to miss I'm going to miss seeing how she deals with the complicated relationship that is her and her mother's relationship and her relationship, and meaning her marriage, right? I think when you are a black girl and you have a very overbearing, you owe me for your life ass black mother, southern black mother. It's interesting to see what that looks like in other people's lives, right? And so for me, I've always enjoyed seeing that. What else am I gonna miss about Kandi? Yeah, I'm gonna really miss that. I wish her and Todd the best of luck. I hope they do work out. I think they are made for each other. They complement each other extremely well. And I think Todd is cool. I think Todd does not come across as a bad person to me. I think Kandi mother may have to eat her words because I mean they're hanging in there. Marriage is hard, as we see. 15. What is it? Porsha and Simon, was it 18 months? Marriage is hard, y'all. Okay, so who else is not going to be there? I'm actually really surprised by this, and maybe that's going to lead to our story, to one of the stories I saved. So it is been announced that Marlo Hampton and Sonia Richardson won't be returning next season of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, for me, that could say Marlo Hampton and Sonia Richards Ross and her husband. Man, I'm sorry. Sonia's husband make me want to get my Porsha on. Okay, girl, don't invite me over. What that one? I just think her man is just bee's knees. He is so fine, and he just reminds me of like those old school men, right? I didn't pick up no sassiness. I didn't pick up that nigga is gonna go back and forth with you too much. Like he gonna say what he gonna say. He gonna look at you, and y'all gonna get on, some, y'all gonna get clear on some things, right? Get some understanding, and I'm so attracted to that type of man. So I'm gonna miss seeing you. I mean, yes, and you, Sonya. I'm gonna miss seeing you. But on a serious note, no, I would never do a Porsha. Like, I don't have that. I'm not built like that at all, right? Like, I'm really transparent. Like, I'm not. I'm a girl's girl. Like, what's yours is yours. I don't care if you touched him in third grade. I'm not gonna touch him. I don't believe like you can honestly like be friends with somebody and at the same time, when something goes, her and her dude fuck up, you all of a sudden pop up with the nigga. So this whole entire time I've been lusting after your nigga. This whole entire time when you ask me what you should do, I'm sitting there, girl, love yourself. You better leave that nigga alone. No, I would need my ass whooped like Porsha needs her ass whooped. I'm being completely honest with you. So I'm not a disingenuous. I don't believe in that. Like, nah, I just don't. I don't get that. But also, I don't want the next bitch to think like I'm sitting back looking at what she got and envious of her. Because I feel like that's a sign. Like, you jealous? Like, you were sitting back looking at her life and lusting and wanting something that she has. I ain't never given nobody on this God's green earth that chance to say some bullshit like that. But honestly, thinking about Marlo and Sonya Richardson, I did not see that coming. I'll be completely honest. I did not see that coming. When I look at the list to the left, where it says the alleged full cast of Real Housewives of Atlanta has been announced, and they're saying Porsha, Kenya, Shamia, Drew, Angela Reed, Akila Coleman, Britt Eddie, and Sheree as a friend. I'm not sure why y'all keep bringing Sheree back at this point. I think it's like, is it a sympathy thing? Is it because, y'all know how long it took her to get Chateau Sheree up and running, and it's to get some money in her pocket? I just don't see, literally, of course I love Kenya. Y'all know Kenya's number one, and I'm just confused on why she's not listed as number one on this motherfucking list. But, I could have did without Sheree. I'm actually really kind of turned off because I just don't see it anymore for her in terms of like, what is she gonna give? Like, that ex-husband shit is so dry, it's so stale, we don't want to see him ever again. And I don't think she can squeeze any more out of the Chateau Sheree. I don't think she can squeeze any more out of her kids because they all grown. I don't know. She's just going to be a messy old hag. And I don't know why she wants to show up on TV as like a real messy old hag with nothing going on but what other people got going on. I wouldn't sign up for that, girl. That's a bad look. So they're bringing back Sheree. I could have did without that. I'm not going to lie. I could have did without Drew. I don't know what to believe about her situation. So sometimes it comes across all staged, all of that stuff. Because her and Ralph, I remember that first year that she was, it was the first or second year when he was just like going off for the weekend and not telling her. Like, that's not real. That's not real. In my early 20s, I remember I had to tell my ex-boyfriend one time, listen, you know, the everyday thing, every hour on the hour, like, I'm not that needy. I'm not that, you know what I mean? Clingy type of girl. But nigga, you go 2 days or something like that and I don't hear from you, a text message or something. We single till I hear from you again. So that's how I feel about that. And that's why I didn't understand how him just like leaving for a weekend by himself. Nah, I don't understand that. Who else could they got rid of? I mean, what does Shamia bring outside of just like following Porsha around? I don't know. I'm not interested in, is she going to introduce us to more people, her life, deeper? I don't know. I could have did without that. But for me, you could have left out Shamia, you could have left out Drew, and you could have left out Sheree. Most definitely. Like, and then you could have kept, for me, I would have kept Sonya and Marlo. I liked Sonya. I think she was just getting comfortable. I'm not quite sure why they got rid of Sonya. And I think she wasn't shy. She had a mouth on her and she didn't mind using it. But she didn't overdo it, right? Like, versus when I think at times people felt like Claudia was like would go for the juggler and she would go quick and early. I didn't feel that way about Tanya. And I love that she was like West Indian, so I thought that was like a different flavor to it. So no, I don't know. But I always felt like if you were gonna add anybody, I forget who that woman is. Pinky. There's an Atlanta woman, entrepreneur woman, and she's really like she was recently just in the news. I thought she would been a great addition, and I'm gonna say it again. I've always wanted Vivica Fox on it, and y'all know I've always wanted Lisa Ray on it. But if I had to, like, I'm trying to think of some like other names that I'd be interested in seeing on there. I'm pretty sure there's other people out there because the thing is about like Real Housewives versus like Love and Hip Hop, they are a little bit more classy. Just a little bit. They're just a little bit more classy. They're not throwing hands or bottles or water or their glasses and nothing at each other. So they're just a little bit more classy. I can get with that, but. And I like both shows, so this ain't a knock against one versus the other. When I want some ratchet hood shit, I'm gonna watch some motherfucking Love and Hip Hop. But yeah, I just think they could have did a better job. I think Trina would be nice. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. In Atlanta, I don't like her on Love and Hip Hop Miami, and I know that's her city, so I know that totally makes sense. But I just don't like it, and I would love to see Monica on there now. But saying I would love to see Monica. She's just not one of them though, right? Like one of them that like, you know how Porsha likes to roll up on people, intimidate people? I just don't see that happening. And I'm not saying they got beef and nothing like that, but I don't see her doing that to her. Like some people know who to play with. Like some people know who to play with. Some people know that they only gonna be able to pop their shit when that person is not in the room. They can't get that shit off with them around. Like some people know, and I just always thought Kenya was like one of those people that she knew. I'm sorry, Portia was one of those people that she knew. Like, and I also feel like she knew that about Candy too. Yeah, we may not get along, not like each other, but I didn't see her buck up like she did Kenya. Or the other girl she ran down in the alleyway. No, I didn't see that. Or how she got in Cynthia's face years back and shit like that. I didn't see her do Candy like that because Candy gets the crying, and I mean, I get nervous when Candy get crying because I'm like, this is unstable. This is a little unhinged. I don't know what's gonna happen with Candy at that point. But yeah, I like I said, I think she's one of those. She knows who to try. But yeah, so let's see what the comments have to say. Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Okay, so I guess that's just music. I don't know. I have not watched this before, so I was expecting somebody to come on or something to be said. But this is found on the Neighborhood Talk. It says exclusive Marlo Hampton and Sonia Richardson Ross won't be returning to next season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. It says here, neighbors, y'all know we keep our ears in the streets for the tea. And the most recent cast of the Real Housewives of Atlanta have been at home wondering when their contracts for next season will be arriving in the mail. Well, these two peaches won't be gracing our screens in the new Real Housewives of Atlanta era. Marlo Hampton and Sonia Richards Ross were both told this week that their services as full-time housewives won't be needed anymore, and not even in a friend capacity. Damn. And Porsha, you got them to kick Marlo off. Like, let's call a thing a thing. You wanted to come back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, and out of everybody there, you could punk Kenya. I think you felt like you could punk Kenya, and you just knew you couldn't punk Marlo. You just knew Marlo. She don't give a fuck how long ago you got with that motherfucking Simon and tried to walk away from the show to avoid answering for that shit. You just knew Marlo was gonna bring it up no matter what. You knew Marlo was the type of bitch that she probably have Fallon sitting at the table one day when you walk in. You know that, okay? That's why we needed a Marlo. Like I'm lost at the direction of where we're going. But Porsha, I think you had something to do with it. Now I ain't got no facts behind that, and I don't mind stating when something is an opinion not grounded in facts, and that's not grounded in facts. That's grounded in my opinion, and that's why I think that girl is coming back to the show because she was not gonna come back with Marlo there. Um. Not even in a friend capacity. Y'all said these two were given the boot or not. So far, the only confirmed is Porsha, but Kenya has been smiling and dropping hints in interviews that she most likely got asked back as well. The only one left is Drew. I could do without. Drew is. I don't know. I'm just not interested in her on the show. I'm gonna be completely honest. And has she came out allegedly yet? It's all awkward. I'm K-Fab. Marlo had to go. She made this the worst season ever. I didn't think so. Good. Marlo was so aggy I couldn't watch the last season. Damn. Okay. I'm not going to argue with the co-host too much, especially when they seem like they on the same page and I'm the one that's off. We, the people, support the decision. Marlo was only given a peach to spite Nene. Damn, y'all gonna say her whole existence is due to Nene? Sonya was boring, and Marlo had no storyline. Okay. I mean, her good years of, slinging that snatch is, a little bit behind her. Sonya most definitely should have never been casted in the first place. Damn. Glad Marlo got the boot. She was nasty work. You need somebody for some nasty work once in a while. Because all Porsha gonna give you is some nasty, other stuff. What she gonna be on in this, I'm getting divorced. I don't know. Like, it just seems that shit is fake too. Glad Marlo got the boot. She was nasty work, said the most unnecessary stuff. Good riddance. Damn. Damn, why y'all do Marlo like that? Y'all know the Miami girls ain't got no chill. Marlo always been good as a friend of the show. Okay. Best news. It keeps getting better and better. Marlo earned herself right off the show. Damn, y'all. Damn. I like Marlo, but she had a great... Where my comments go? Hold on one second. I like Marlo, but she had a great run. Glad Marlo's not coming back. Whew. Damn, y'all. Me and my co-host are not on the same page. The worst thing they did was give Marlo a peach. I liked Marlo. I don't care. Like, I know she's a little tough on the outside, but, her taking in her nephew, showing her that part of her life. I don't know. I like Marlo. Thank God Marlo is gone. She was bringing down the show, all that negative energy. Y'all are haters. Won't miss either, honestly. Porsha said Marlo gotta go. Okay, at least we on the same page. That last comment lets me know, yeah, at least me and that last person is connected, because I do think that she's gone because of Porsha. They try to make Porsha feel comfortable. What else is going on? Okay, so this is the list. Let me see what the comments have to say about the list. I already told y'all who. Porsha, Kenya, Shamia, Drew, Angela Reed, don't know who that is, Akila Coleman, Britt Eddie, and Sheree as a friend. Okay. Sheree as the grandmother still that y'all chill with. The neighborhood talk, the new era of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The tea comes from close sources. Thoughts. This person started off on the wrong motherfucking foot with me already. Kenya has no storyline. We don't want to hear ish about Mark. You barely heard ish about Mark in the motherfucking first place if you really fucking think about it, even when she was married to the nigga, okay? But it let you tell it, okay? So it's the Porsha show and friends? Gotcha. Exactly. That's how it's coming across. Y'all gonna be putting a lot on my girl Kenya to keep it honest. You know what I mean? Keep everybody honest on the show. Nene, Phaedra, Porsha, Kenya, Candy, Kemsey, Marlo, Drew, Sheree would be a cast. Let me look at that again. Nene. Okay, I can see that. I like that. I like Phaedra. I most definitely think they should have brought Phaedra back. Porsha. Okay, I agree. Kenya. Candy. I'm never going to agree with Kim Zolciak being back on this all black cast show. She does not fit in. And for me, my personal opinion, and I rarely do I talk or think, she does not need to be on the show with black women, black people, to be honest with you. Marlo, Drew, you can get rid of, and Sheree, you could have gotten rid of. That's my honest opinion. Shamia, that's how you know this is a flat out lie. Quit trying to make Shamia happen, y'all. She's pretty and smart, and that's it. Whew. Sometimes you gotta let other people say it. Sometimes I be too fast on it. I be too fast on the trigger. Sometimes I should just shut the fuck up and just read the comments, because it's not like they don't say what I be thinking. This is a terrible line of shaking my head. This is really nothing wrong. Shaking my head. It's really nothing wrong with just letting the show go and rest, laugh out loud. It's been an amazing ride, but it's really time to end it. What the fuck else is there to watch? It was Sheree. If I was Sheree, I would just leave gracefully, because a friend of the show, when you're known as the OG, is a joke. Demoted every season. I totally agree. Like, I totally agree that she should just walk away, because at this point, she just seems like this older woman hanging around younger people. Cancel the show. It had a great run, but it's over. And then she gotta be sitting around trying to be like disingenuous so she can just get the tea, so she can solidify her role. Like, that should be awkward to watch sometimes, because it's like, okay, we kind of literally know like this is all you're gonna be given. Why is Drew still on her storyline are always incomplete and never make sense? Okay. Me and my co-hosts in the comments are kindred connected souls, because I just told you, like, it's be confusing. Like, I don't know. I'm bored looking at this list. Come on, housewives are supposed to be a certain vintage. Sue Andy will be adding Natalie in the baddies. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Please don't. Shamia, question. Bravo, stop playing with us. Nene Leakes, Sheree Whitfield, no. Kenya, Phaedra, Kim, Marlo, Porsha, also with that list too. You can bring Cynthia back too. I wouldn't mind catching up with Cynthia. But Cynthia married to somebody else now? So she loves to get married. I mean, Cynthia, I love you, and I really do. You love to get married, but why do you not love to stay married? Like, I don't think you like being married, girl. I don't know. I don't know everything that happened in these marriages, but it's something going on. What else we got? Real Housewives out here. Okay, so we all know. Let me see if I can, and then I'll bring it up. Let's see if I have any other stories. So you got these people playing in our faces. If you don't know, Porsha announced last week that she was divorcing her husband. So it's been alleged that her husband, she thought she had got, Prince Hakeem from Zamunda, and she ended up marrying a Nigerian scammer. Okay, and these are the things that happen when you try to, when you try to take something from somebody that weren't meant for you. Okay. When you try to do some underhanded shit. But she is from the South, and I am more comfortable in saying, I am extremely comfortable in saying, they always say how you get somebody is how you gonna lose them. Or you just gonna lose them all in general, because it wasn't built on nothing good. So I don't know. Nobody feels bad for this girl. You marrying or getting engaged with someone a month after meeting them. And a lot of people were right. So how soon did you introduce him to your daughter? Why are you so comfortable? Why are you so thirsty like that? I don't know. Anyway, so she announced that she was divorcing him. Now this is the funny thing. There's a video where she announces that she was coming back to Real Housewives, and she's all cheesing. Now, just to remind you, this video probably came out like 6 days before she announced, 6 or 7 days before she announced her divorce. I'm sorry, y'all. In this video, she says, Porsha Williams coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta. I can't do it verbatim, but this is how I remember it. And she looked stunning. Porsha Williams? Who said that? No, Porsha Williams is not coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, but Porsha Grabati is. So, basically, before we found out that her husband was a scammer, that go way back. I mean, way back to the crack era that he's a motherfucking scammer. Been deported, all types of shit. America been trying to get this nigga out of this country for so long. Like, what is up with motherfuckers who know you have committed crimes? You should be on the low. You should not be trying to rock any boats. You should be trying to stay out the way. And it just seems as though you have been wanting to be on this motherfucking camera for a very long time. You risked it all. You risked it all. Like, it don't make no sense why you thought that was going to be okay. All right, so she announced that she's coming back. Then it was like 2 days later, y'all, we get news that he's going to be deported. We get news about his past, right? So I'm still sitting back trying to figure out how you become this millionaire. And back in the 80s, you got caught repeatedly for scamming all types of shit, y'all. And fraudulent shit with like IDs and other people's personal information, cashing checks and all types of shit. So like, how did you really come up? Because we have a whole bunch of unsolved Nigerian scamming ass crimes that has happened in the United States. And I'm starting to think you might have something to do with it. We didn't catch all them niggas who were calling over here telling these old women that, you know, that they have a long lost family member who lost their money, or somebody wants to marry them, a king or some shit. We ain't found them people, okay? But what we do know, Simon, is that your Nigerian scamming ass has managed to become a millionaire, and we just got some questions. We need a full audit, bring in the forensic auditors, accountants and stuff, and figure out how this shit happened here. Okay? But anyway, so she announced she was coming back 2 days later, or maybe even a day later or so. We get word about who the real Simon Gabati is. Now, we still not sure. We really not sure. We just know that he's just a scammer. Okay, cool. So we find out about that. Everybody making all types of videos on the YouTube and stuff like that. People being real salacious with the titles, talking about Porsha being investigated. Nothing making sense because this man has been married a few times before Porsha, right? So it's like, clearly he's fooling everybody, right? So all these videos go by. All of a sudden we get a post or it gets, Porsha announces she's divorcing. And so we sitting back, and I remember I was on the Twitter, and someone shared on the Twitter, and it was a picture of it was a video Porsha had shared on Twitter, and the video was her and Simon doing rich people things, right? They taking the Lamborghini boat out on the ocean, like they spending buku money, they just living the life of luxury, like it was amazing. Looked like they really in love and they doing it big. So someone posted, but when she announced the divorce, they posted and tagged her, but what happened? This was just 7 days. And I wish I could find it. They were just like, this was just 7 days ago. Like, I thought that shit was funny as hell, because then I started to see she posted, thank you for your support and prayers. Heartbroken praying, right? PW, not PG. Porsha Garbadia, who's going to be returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta. She now all of a sudden is Porsha Williams. We then follow that up, if you see right here on the screen. We then followed that up right here with Simon posting, "Will stop loving my wife when divorce is final." So honestly, I just think that where we're at right now, I do not think she's divorcing this man. I have said it a few times. I don't think we'll ever see like Porsha like with an American man. Okay, so she's really, really lucky to look up this way. But I don't think they're divorcing. I think that Porsha wants to save face. I think Porsha wants to be able to say she doesn't know. I think Porsha wants to play that role. I'm so hurt. I think she wants to jump in her Phaedra bag when Phaedra was acting like she didn't know what the fuck Apollo was doing because she wanted to play obtuse in her motherfucking face. A lawyer, as smart as she is, not knowing where her husband, her criminal felony, fraudster husband is getting all this money from, right? No questions, Phaedra. That's your motherfucking job to have some questions. You should go to sleep with questions on your motherfucking mind because that's what lawyers do. They ask questions. And you forgot to fucking ask something like, honey, How you do this? Teach me. Like, okay, where's the receipts? Okay, nothing, Phaedra? No, we don't believe. We've never believed that. So I think Porsha wants to jump in her Phaedra bag and act like she didn't know. And I think Porsha would do a good job playing dumb and blonde and not knowing of any of these things. But I also don't think Porsha gave a fuck about like hiring a private investigator or making sure that she really knew this nigga. I think she was cool with knowing he has money and he ain't gonna be acting like Dennis, all stingy and all types of, questioning my motives. You know what the fuck this is. This is a pussy stick up. This is a stick up. You know what this is. Stop asking me, do I really love you? You know I really love money and can grow to love you. Like, what the fuck is you talking about, Dennis? You see how you look. You don't think that you out that women's league? Y'all don't, Simon too. You don't think you really, like, come on, fellas, I'm gonna give you, I don't truly try to, I don't give men game. But, I mean, y'all don't think y'all out your league? I'm gonna be completely honest. Y'all don't think this was a woman who was married to an NFL player, and here you two Oompa Loompa niggas come along. And y'all think she just wants you for you? No, I'm just trying to understand. All right, so we're gonna get into these comments because I probably could sit here and crack jokes for a very long time. Let's see if if my co-host in the comment section is picking up what I'm putting down and feel the same way I do. Oh God, we love you, baby girl, the Carlos King. Don't nobody feel bad, but you shouldn't have touched that woman's man. That was her headache. Sometimes you be thinking that you gonna be the one that changed. Your situation is gonna be so much better. It was her. I'm better than that. I'll be a better woman to him. Girl, when a nigga ain't shit and been married that many times and had that many kids, there ain't nothing you gonna come along you with some new fire grade punani. Okay, girl. You got that Zaza? Okay, I hear you. Zaza getting divorced again. All right. Tamika Mallory said heart. Kenya's praying. I love Kenya. We love you, Porsha. Cynthia, heart, praying, heart. Love you, P. Sierra. We love you. Okay. Love the hugs. Love you, thanks. Okay. Uh, okay, I love this right here. Who's she? Elijah, girl. She says that man was your ride or die a week ago. What changed all of a sudden? Let me like this. Okay, cause fuck these celebrities with these hearts and this fake ass shit that's going on up there. Real niggas has entered the chat, has entered the comment section right here. All right, so this person says she's divorcing him in America. Remember, they are still married in his country. Y'all, she not going nowhere. All right, okay, let's see. Porsha. Why do I feel like you and Simon are reading the comments and laughing at us, the online in-laws? Okay. Okay, this is the real section of the comment section. Fuck that top section. This is it. Why get married if divorce is an option? Y'all social media entertainers blow minds. Then y'all want sympathy. Where's the work in marriage? There are gonna be ups and downs and body slams. You put a lot of work into displaying the fairy tale when you were getting married and showing the fabulous life. Do better. That's a fact. I'm telling you, it was like back in the day. What's his name? Ed McMahon or something like that, who used to do that show with the rich and famous. It was like they were just showing us opulence. Okay, y'all. That's what happens when you take someone else's husband. Close your legs to married men. I wish everybody in the comments would stop making a mockery of her hurt. Okay, because we don't think she hurt. Tell me what we are praying for exactly. Sometimes I feel like black folks as Christians, sometimes y'all just get caught up with saying, we praying. Don't even know what the fuck you be praying for. Some of y'all praying for the wrong and protecting the wrong people. Tell me what we are praying for exactly. Just curious. I don't want to confuse God. We are praying for a mess, right? Because when you touch somebody and mess with someone else's husband, it's a mess. So we praying for a mess. Okay. I ain't going to go too deep into how that don't even make sense. Tell me what we praying for. Oh, I just read that. Now, Porsha, if God hasn't shown you a million times, he has you covered. This time it's no different. Man does not define love. The power of God does. Love you. You know that already. And we pray every day. Let's continue. Okay. Okay. You're just like me. I be acting like I'm leaving my man too. That's Juicy J's Kitchen. Girl, bye, Porsha. We know y'all doing this for the ratings on Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is giving very much scripted. Y'all caused all this confusion to be together. Now y'all getting divorced. Bye. Ain't fooling me. I know that's right. I run food. Portia, I love you, sis, but please, you ain't gotta do too much. We know it's part of the script. We just glad you back. Someone wrote, maybe try marriage counseling before giving up. Girl, hang in there. We know it's a strategic financial move. I'm still married in Africa. Way, stay strong. Prayer for strength. And guidance, you both have to come together and make solid decisions regardless of what is involved. Don't let the media get you on this. You both displayed home bond for us. What? So still praying for that back. Okay. Don't let the media get you on this. Like, why everybody try to make everything into like a conspiracy? Like, so now the media is trying to get her. Why is the media trying to get her? I mean, did she not post this not knowing that the media was gonna pick it up? Like, meaning looking for attention for her situation. How do you fit a conspiracy in there when motherfuckers do it on their own? Like, I get lost with our rationale of trying to make everything a conspiracy theory. It's really, really fucking annoying. Okay, so we're not gonna read too many of these comments because we're gonna get the hell up out of here. Cause this shit is funny as fuck. A message from Simon Gabadia. Um, will stop loving my wife when divorce is final. Storyline for the reappearance of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was married in Africa, so her filing for divorce in ATL is bullshit. You never know what is truly going on. Smart people only post what they want you to see. Now, that's a fact. I really only post what I want you to see. I really. So when it comes to like certain things, like even my personal life or things that I do share, I am so comfortable with whatever I do share. Like there's nothing I share or have shared that I feel that I'm embarrassed of, can't stand on, can't explain if needs further explanation. I stand on everything that I say. From a little girl, I've never taken anything back. I remember one time I had to let the librarian know about herself in high school. It's my senior year, right? Because y'all know senior year, you got to get signed out and shit. And you had to get signed out even by the library because you know you may owe a book or something like that. So I had to go in there and get signed out. So I'm waiting in the line, and the librarian, is dealing with two students. And I think at this time they looked like they were like in ninth grade, to be honest with you. So they were young. And they ain't know Miss C. I ain't gonna say her full last name. They ain't know Miss C, but I know Miss C, right? Cause Miss C was a vice principal when we were in the middle school. But by the time we got to the high school, Miss C had been demoted to the librarian because she was so mean and vindictive and did sneaky shit that they just like literally she got demoted to the librarian status, allegedly, right? But there was a lot of complaints about her, and kids have interactions with her. So we're gonna leave it there. So I'm in the library and I have my card so I can get signed out. And so I'm waiting in line behind the two freshman girls she's dealing with. And I noticed that she's talking to these girls very, very nasty. So I wait there and I'm paying attention. I wait till she's done. And I say, why are you talking to them like this? I don't think you understand that because of how you handle and deal with people, this is why people don't like to come to the library because nobody wants to come here to have to deal with you in the way you speak to them. Okay? So I told her about herself. Ain't nobody swear. That's the difference, right? Nobody got irate. Nobody was yelling at her, any of those other things, right? I said the library is supposed to be a place that we feel welcomed and we want to come. But with you here, no, no, ma'am. We're not going to do that. Like, we're not going to come because you're just nasty. And to get engaged with you is to get in trouble. So, long story short, of course, she went and told Mr. B. Of course, Mr. B came looking for me like he had been for the last 4 years. And I told Mr. B, I told him what happened. I said she was like really nasty and I felt like I had to say something to her. I said, like, I'm not going to apologize for that. I said she's just not a nice person. I said I didn't yell at her. I didn't curse her out. I just told her that she should not be handling those girls. And like because Mr. B and me, we would have like full blown grown conversations. It'll be a little back and forth. I win, I win, but I still end up having to go to. I would win the conversation, but still end up with like detention or some shit. But I exhausted him. But okay, so he was like, well, I'm gonna let you know because you're a senior. I'm not, this may have some, repercussions and blah 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 blah. If I have to suspend you or give you Saturday detention, I forgot what you would lose if you had to go to Saturday detention. You would lose something in your senior year. Anyway, I was like, Mr. B, I'm not apologizing to that woman. I was like, I was not rude. Her feelings may be hurt, but that it was the God's honest truth. Long story short, he went to go talk to Miss C. Mrs. C was like, if she really feels and stands on what she's saying, she does not have to apologize. And she signed my paper, right? And I never apologized because I believe in what I believe in. And like I said, I did not disrespect her, and it stood. And I'll tell you one thing. She was not the librarian too much longer after that. I think she left. I'm not saying that she got fired or anything like that, but I think, having to hear, like, you don't make us want to come to the library was enough. All right. Meaning it would never be finalized. It's good to know your love has an expiration date. She's divorcing him in America. In his country, they still married. She not going nowhere. We don't know if they applied for a marriage license in his country. They may have just let the marriage license let the marriage license in America be what it is, and just had a ceremony in Africa to have a ceremony with his family and friends, but just knew legally that they were just married in the States. So that's also an option. All we know is that somebody officiated a ceremony. Right, and that's not against the law, right? So they may not acknowledge them as being a Nigerian marriage, but in America she could just be acknowledged as being married to him. Man, they about to play in our face. I said this shit. I'm getting the fuck off of here. Y'all know I'm on point. Man, they about to play in our face all season and sit home laughing at each episode. You pay attention. Remember, Porsha made history this year on the most scripted. This is all about her script that they playing. She loves him and he's surely in love. Okay. All right. So that's all I got on this video. I just wanted to do a little quick Real Housewives of Atlanta update as it's coming back. I love the show. Y'all know I love some Kenya. Y'all know she in my Mount Rushmore. Okay. I don't play about Kenya. Okay. Not too much on Kenya ever. Okay. Never. All right, so y'all know how we do it here. We keep it bougie SF. We keep it posh SF. We keep being black SF. We keep being blessed SF. And y'all be black, y'all. Kiss, 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 kiss. And don't you forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out, y'all. Bye.